Hey everybody, welcome back. James here again with you, and I think I got a cool video for you. And in this video I'm going to be comparing pellets versus slugs. Now I'm going to use the 22 caliber Barracuda match 21.14 grain and compare them to the H&N hollow point 21 grain slug. And I think this is going to be an interesting video. As always, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe below if you haven't already. I truly appreciate it. Let's get into the video. So in this video, I'm going to be using my Umarex gauntlet. I haven't had it out in a long time, and I thought it'd be an interesting video to use it for because it really enjoys the Barracuda match 21 grain pellets. And I'm going to be shooting with the CARM magazine, and at the range of 35 yards, you know, this gauntlet is very accurate with those H&Ns and very precise on top of that. So a comparison against the 21 grain H&N slug hollow point. Let's see what happens. H&N Barracuda 21 grain, 35 yards. .613. .614. .614. .613. .614. 35 yards, not bad. Next up is the H&N 21 grain slug, 35 yards. .604. Wow. .672. Wow. 667. .667. .665. Wow. They look almost identical down there. Holy cow. So you can see there that these groups, center to center, are 3/4 of an inch apart. Same distance, different POI due to the fact that the slug and the pellet have a different length of rifling on them. Now, as I stated, different length of rifling. I'll get some close-ups, but you can see the slug and the pellet are two totally different contact bearing surfaces. The head of the pellet and the skirt get contacted in the rifling, whereas the slug gets contacted past the center. Now, with that said, why did they both shoot pretty good or almost identical on target? Well, because the angle of the rifling is almost the exact right amount of angle on each, the pellet and the slug, believe it or not. Now, the reasoning behind the POI shift is because the more of rifling on the slug. The slug does not have two contact points, which is separating the rifling. It is engraved into the rifling or engaging the rifling, whatever that amount of length is on the slug. So, does that make the slug more or less accurate, or the pellet? No. What that means is the more of the bearing surface at that time of instance, you know, usually with that amount of weight also in that small of a package, it's going to be less velocity, but that doesn't really mean anything if they both shoot pretty much the same. So what happens is the slug versus the pellet, again, the pellet is going to lose its energy more. It's going to lose it faster downrange versus the slug. Now, as you've seen and heard me call out the velocities for each of these, you know, they're almost identical. So, and what happens is downrange, the slug is going to keep its energy stored longer and be able to be shot at farther distances without just falling off the map like the pellet, the Diabolo shaped pellet will. So guys, I thought this was an interesting little short clip to share with you as to why, you know, slugs versus pellets. And again, this is the first time I've ever shot a slug through the gauntlet, so you know, I thought it was an interesting video on top of everything else. But as you can see on target, that was spot on. So as always guys, again, like the video and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.